Hey everyone, it's Crazy Chase here, and not really sure how to open up this video properly, so I do apologize for that. Just over the last few days, I feel like that my brain has been trapped in a Ferris wheel, and I've been having so many thoughts and just so many things come to mind that I kind of don't even know where to begin with making this video. You could say that this is sort of a follow-up slash apology when it comes to my last two videos, which I had since gotten rid of for reasons that I'm going to be explaining in this video. Um, so the last two videos that I had mentioned was revolving around Keemstar. The first one was where I was trying to be quick and to the point, and it was to answer a question, but it wasn't a simple yes or no answer kind of thing. It was, do I support Keemstar? And, I said I don't support him because of the fact that, one, he doesn't need my support. I'm one person out of, like, millions of people that, know about him and support him and whatnot. I didn't think it'd be that important. But I guess I don't know how the whole thing kind of came off. My intent wasn't to ruffle any feathers with anybody and stuff. Like, my intent was just to pretty much answer a question that wasn't so much presented, but just sort of like suggested by one of my fellow subscribers. When I had a comment saying that something along the lines of, if I'm watching Drama Alert's content, then I am supporting him. And I just kind of wanted to make it clear that it's not what you think kind of thing. Yeah, I did watch Drama Alert just to really know what was going on YouTube. That doesn't mean that I supported it. But I suppose that whenever you watch someone's content, regardless of what the intent is, at the end of the day, you are supporting them because you're giving them the views. But you see, I'm not even going to make any excuses, okay? I'm someone that when I mess up, and believe me, I fucked up. Trust me. This ain't the first time I fucked up, and I damn sure will not be the last, okay? It's a little something called being human, and it's a little something called being stupid, too, and I was stupid. So for all of the comments that I got in both videos, I felt like that, hindsight being 2020, I deserved it. Even the death threats that I got in the videos, telling me to kill myself. I don't know. I mean, that kind of sounds like a bit of a fucked up thing to say, but I don't know. I mean, I'm really hard on myself when it comes to mistakes, but that's just a part of who I am. I am somebody that will deliberately take my mistake, overemphasize and overinflate it in my head, and beat myself up with it. Because I do that because of the fact that I want to get stronger from it. That's part of the reason why we make mistakes, is to learn lessons and to become better people from it, right? I'll go as far as to let these mistakes, chew me up and spit me out, and just I'll get up and become a better person kind of thing. The part that I felt like I made the mistake in was, coming off, like I said, the way I did in that video, by making it sound like that I don't support Keemstar. And here's the thing, okay? And this here goes without saying for anybody here, okay? I don't support negative actions of people, including Keemstar. And believe me, there's some controversies around him which are well documented in various amounts of videos, which you can just easily look up on YouTube. I mean, I'm not even going to bother regurgitating these controversies because it's not my business, one. And two, that's not what this is about, okay? I like to think that for every single person on Earth, I want to try so hard to believe that everybody has redeeming qualities about them. I'd like to think that everybody has something good in them, no matter how many bad things that they've done. You know what I mean? And, for, like I said, for Keemstar, he's not exactly the most liked person, but he's got a lot of support, right? And I felt like that with, me looking like I was going against him. It's sort of like the whole one versus all thing. I mean, get like, you know, let me just reiterate the fact that we have a little over 100 people subscribed to this channel here, which I am more than thankful for. But if you compare it to over 1 million, it'd be just like a really small country trying to fight a war with a really big country. The small country is most likely going to lose, kind of thing. And that's what this is like in this situation. If I was to actually fight with anyone relatively bigger than me, the probability of me coming out unscathed would be slim to none. But this wasn't about trying to pick a fight with anything. But what had happened was that after I had made the video about, whether or not I supported Keemstar, I was shown some pretty messed up stuff, and it really boiled over on me, because not only was this stuff that I am dead set against, such as any sort of negative actions to children. Like, okay, this is coming from someone who has a 12-year-old sister with multiple disabilities that gets picked on and harassed at school, and I'm someone that is sort of like on the outside of the cage. It's like I want to jump in and help, but what am I going to do? Like, what can I do? Like, I can't just start beating the shit out of people, because then I get hauled off. I get in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to say, it's like like, I feel like that when I was trying to do the right thing, and the intent was there, my heart was in the right place, I felt, but the impact was completely different. Because, for one, the title of the second video was called Keemstar is an Idiot, and that's how I was feeling at the time, you know what I mean? And I had some people that agreed with me, but then what ended up happening was that, and I'm not even sure how this happened, or if it was just some fluke, but Keemstar had apparently came across my do I support Keemstar / drama alert video, and I guess what ended up happening was that not only did he roast me, which I can honestly say I feel like I deserved it, because my delivery wasn't the best. The video came out wrong, looking back, and I thought that it was, good to go kind of thing, but it wasn't. And, I'd like to apologize to all of you guys for, well, not only all of this that we've went through over the last few days, but just this whole thing in general. I mean, this channel is about, me being a stand-up guy, and also me inspiring and entertaining and motivating people. You know what I mean? And part of being inspirational, I feel, is to stand up for your beliefs, stand up for what you believe in. And, if someone is being a bully, then you hold them accountable for it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's sort of a hardwired thing with me, because I was brought up my entire life being bullied, even to the point where I had contemplated suicide a few times, you know what I mean? And it wasn't a good thing. And luckily, none of that ever even came close to happening, obviously. I mean, if it happened, I wouldn't be here. But, there was times where I either felt like jumping off the rooftop of my high school, or just taking the really big silver kitchen knife and just slashing my throat. But then it was just like, it's not worth it. It's like a really good friend of mine once said, it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem, kind of thing. And in most cases in my life it is. But there are some things in my life that are permanent, such as my disabilities. I myself have autism. More specifically speaking, I have Asperger's syndrome, which, if you guys go and look it up, you'll know that it is a form of a social disability. And for something that sounds so simple to explain, it's really complicated, because there are so many things in the autism spectrum. But that is what it is. And I'm not going to use my disabilities as an excuse for my actions. The way I see it is if I feel like that I have the right to hold someone accountable, then anybody has more than the right to hold me accountable if I make mistakes. And that's what I want, is if I ever mess up, let me know. Don't be a jerk about it and don't tell me kill myself, but let me know. And there was a few comments in my videos that had exactly that. They were they disagreed with me, but they were respectful. And I'm just thinking, you know what? This is really refreshing. But for every other comment, it was like, is this really what, like, is it really worth it? I mean, granted, Keemstar has over 1 million people subscribed to him. He has a big influence. So regardless of what he does and says, whether it's right and wrong, the people that watch him, a lot of them, or at least a good handful of them, um, are going to almost immediately react on his side, kind of thing. Uh, for example, say if I don't know, say if he roasted someone just for fun, or just, we're not even going to use Keemstar in this example. Say, for example, okay, say if I had 1 million subscribers, okay, and I live streamed, or if I said something about something or someone that wasn't exactly the most flattering. Like, say if I reviewed a TV show and said that I didn't like it because, there's going to be people that take that as gospel, or take that without any sort of consideration that, hey, that's just his opinion. Maybe we shouldn't be so heavily invested in it. But there's some people that will look up to you so much that will take what you say and as gospel, and they will take your word for it, basically, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is, you know, uh, being someone who has a big influence um, is what partially what got me in this sort of situation to begin with, was that there was a lot of people that, without any consideration as to what my side of things were, they just started lynch mobbing and circle jerking and just started, hammering the comment section with a bunch of hate and, threats and all that stuff. So I just kind of was asking myself at the end of it, it's like, is it worth it? Is it worth having those videos up? No. And I mean, there was other videos of mine that suddenly got disliked, spammed as well. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of it all, because I'm like, I'm not going to have my channel plagued with videos that got suddenly disliked, spammed by people that didn't even watch the video and gave any chance of watching the video and formulating an opinion for themselves as to whether they agree or disagree with the video. Now, as for the whole second video, the one, as I said before, the one I titled Keemstar is an Idiot, it showed some things in there that I was shown that I didn't know happened, such as with, with Keemstar and his friend. I don't know if it was a prank or whatever, but, it's basically where they smashed up an Xbox and a game in front of a kid that they had just given to him, and then smashed ice cream in his face. Now, see, I took that as bullying, and considering that the kid was crying, it's like, either the kid was a really good actor, or the kid was completely oblivious to what was actually going on and took it as reality, kind of thing. I took it that this is what had actually happened. And then there was the whole racism thing, which I don't stand for whatsoever. But to each their own. And then there was the whole bit with him saying "fuck the fans," he's in it for the money, and mocking someone for can't, like, basically saying really fucked up things about cancer, and just like making really uncomfortable statements about it, like really detailed statements about how someone suffers, in the last dying months through cancer, how it hurts to breathe every single breath. That's the kind of stuff that made me feel so uncomfortable and so inclined to make that video. It wasn't just other things that he has done that I knew about, rather than stuff that I just found out about. And when I found out about all that stuff, it just sparked me into action to making that video. And as a result, as a result of my hot-headed stupidity, look what happened. So, like I said, not going to make excuses. I fucked up. And it wasn't just, a fuck up on, it wasn't just a fuck up on that level, but I felt like that I fucked up by letting all of you guys down. That I had not been neutral in the whole thing. But, there's a few things in life, like I said, that you just absolutely you cannot make any sort of neutral sense about it. Like, for example, the whole bit with, what's that guy's name? DM Brandon, talking down on that donor that was suicidal. There was no excuse for that. And, something else about it that just made it so uncomfortable is that it almost sounded like he was encouraging suicide when he was saying, well, if that's the way you feel, well, then good, or something along those lines. So I'm just thinking, fuck you, dude. Like, see, that right there, I am not going to apologize and defend for, you know what I mean? If you encourage suicide, you're fucking scum. But I don't know, just with this whole thing, I mean, this reminds me back to the whole Leafy is Here thing, where he had bullied and made fun of Tommy NC 2010, and then Tommy NC 2010 suddenly started getting death threats from his fans. Because of the fact that that guy has autism, it's like I can more or less relate to him easier than your average person kind of thing. You know what I mean? And it's because the whole autism thing, like, we have a common disability that I can relate to really well. Excuse me one moment. The beauty of a raw and uncut video. That was a pre-workout I just drank out because I gotta get to the gym there in a little bit. Gym's closing and I gotta do some cardio and shed some weight off my fat ass. So my whole apology bit. I apologized to everyone when I had made the Leafy is Here video and I had taken it down partially because Leafy had made an apology video. I'm like, okay, all right, made an apology, cool. Like, then that was the big reason why I took that video down. Another reason, which played a very big factor in it, was because I didn't handle the situation as good as I could have. I was a hothead. I was pissed off. I was pissed off. There was a reason. That reason there was also another reason why I took down the video and made an apology video / explanation and everything. And I also kind of opened up about my life story in it, like, for the most part. But for this here, you could say it's kind of the same thing, but in a kind of a different situation where with Keemstar, I mean, I'd like to think that there's some good qualities in him, and I know that there is. And I just, hear me out on this, okay? I know that there are people out there that don't like Keemstar. And for me, it's like, I'm not gonna bother with trying to fight with anybody. But, with the whole Keemstar thing, yeah, there was things that he'd done that is pretty bad and pretty, like, just really unacceptable. But this is the whole part of the thing where I try and look for good in people. Let's think about some of the good stuff that he's done, okay? He exposed the people that needed to be exposed, I think, such as Nicole Arbor, Line Maker, Jobless Gamer, Gary, wherever the fuck his name is, the one that screwed with Basherverse and Clara. Who else? And he exposed multiple other people and other channels, such as Sam Pepper, prank channels, and all that stuff, with the help of Grade A Under A, who is a fantastic person that I look up to. And I actually plan on doing a video on grade A to pretty much thank him for everything that he does, but that's the only spoiler right there of that video. Not going to go into it anymore. So you have to stay tuned for that. That being said, I really don't know what else to say other than I want to issue apologies to all of you that are subscribed to me, all the viewers who have seen that video, those two videos, and you could say that this is sort of like an apology to Keemstar. Yeah, sure, I don't see myself being friends with the guy or whatever, but the thing of it is, with Keem, you know, yeah, there are some good and bad things that he's done. You know, a lot of people are going to focus more on the bad stuff, but for me, it's just like after a few days to think about it, I've had a moment of clarity, and I'm just like, you know what? I need to do damage control. And I know that there's going to be people that are going to call me out for my mistakes. Go ahead. I fucking deserve it. I deserve to, like I said, I deserved the negative comments. I deserve the hate. I deserve the death threats. But something else that I feel like I deserve is a second chance. So I'm asking all of you guys, Keemstar and everyone here on YouTube, subscribed or not, to give me a second chance. I will do better. I will do better. I promise you. This is also kind of one of those things where I try so hard not to get emotional because I feel myself starting to well up, tears in my eyes, but I don't want to cry, you know, but I feel so fucking, I just feel so bad about all this, you know, about putting you guys through all that kind of thing. And I know that there's some people that may disagree with me with this video here and about me apologizing to Keemstar and all that stuff because, you know, he's the evil Keemstar. It's like, come on, like, just, he's done bad stuff, okay? But who hasn't? I mean, hey, I'm an example. I've fucked up, you know, and I got called out and ripped up for it. And here I am apologizing because I realized that what I did, and I realized what I did was wrong. You know, I want to move on and be cool with everyone and cool with everything. I want to make videos that inspire people. I want to make videos that make people laugh, that make people, you know, just believe in the best that life has to offer. Believe in the best of things and believe that you can do it. Believe that you can do anything in life. You know, no matter how big or how small you are, anything's possible. So, with all that being said, I hope that you guys find it in your hearts to give this whole thing another chance. And I hope that with Keemstar, you know, I don't know if he'd ever come across this video. I mean, I guess lightning can strike twice in the same place if he'd ever did. I mean, he came across my videos once. I'm sure that it'll happen again. If you ever came across this video, I hope that he will at least acknowledge this and acknowledge my apology towards him and towards everyone, and, you know, turn over a new leaf. The way I see it, you know, no matter how much you think that you're trying to do the right thing, sometimes by you feeling like you're doing the right thing, you could actually be doing the complete opposite. You could actually be making things worse than what it actually is, even though you feel like that you're trying to help out. You could actually be more of a hindrance. And I kind of feel like I was more of a hindrance because I don't know. That's just the way I feel. I mean, it's really tough to explain. Things work differently for me in my brain. I mean, who knows? Like maybe I'm beating myself up a little too much over this, but it is who I am. I feel like I made a mistake, and I'm here to account for it. I'm here to fix it by making this video and spilling my guts out and explaining. And I'm hoping, and you could say pretty much begging for you guys to understand and to accept my apology and for us to move on, be cool, new leaf, new everything. That being said, guys, that's going to conclude the video. I really apologize for this being over 25 minutes. But I guess when you speak from the heart, when you speak from the cuff, you never know when the video is going to stop or when you're going to be done. So I want to thank you guys very much for watching through to this point here. Thank you guys very much. And I love each and every single one of you guys that support me. And I will do my best to keep inspiring, keep entertaining, keep motivating, and for all of you guys to be happy. Because I want, as long as you guys are happy, as long as you guys are stayed subscribed, and you know you're motivated, inspired, I'm doing my job. But I wasn't doing my job the last few videos, and I fucked up, and I apologize. I sincerely apologize, and I just ask that you guys give me another chance, and I will prove it to you. I will make it up. You know what I mean? So thank you guys very much for watching. I'm going to take a little break from making videos for a few days on this channel, so don't worry, I'm not going to go anywhere, but I just need a few days to kind of just collect myself here, and I will be back here. I will be back on this channel. So you don't need to worry about me leaving or anything like that, but you know, just need to cool off for a few days, you know, work, do my thing, you know, maybe sit down, play some games, work out a little bit more, a little bit harder, and just think about some stuff to talk about that I can make several videos out of. So thank you guys very much for watching. I love each and every single one of you guys. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching.